Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CYTR. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30 minutes in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like a few weeks worth of time, it's actually just the past few days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday and really, the past several days. So that's where these red and green line annotations are coming from. And not a whole lot of things to update other than just that from a big picture perspective, the chart is still perfectly fine. I fully realize that, compared to, this sort of price action where the price is just skyrocketing, that this action can be quote-unquote boring. But the key thing here is to ask yourself, well, where is this boring action happening to the previous quote-unquote boring action? And the last time the price got pretty boring was right here when the price was just going sideways, 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 sideways. And not to insult your intelligence, but obviously this boring period is happening much higher than the previous boring period. And that just tells us that those bases are, being built higher and higher. And from a grand scheme of things, big picture perspective, that's what it's all about. You want higher bases being built. And as long as that's the case, then the overall trend, remains in the bulls' favor. So on that note, yeah, this week was pretty much just sideways action, but it held the key level of support that I talked about several days ago right here at 75 cents. You can actually see today, once again, didn't quite hit it, but I think we can all agree got well within the vicinity of it. And again, the bulls did a good job of holding strong. The one thing that did happen, which is a small nitpick, is the price did technically fall below that purple line. So sure, the price did lose, or the chart did lose a little bit of its attractiveness, but don't get me wrong, there's a massive difference between losing a little bit of attractiveness and a chart being totally ruined. By no means is the chart totally ruined, but yeah, it's not quite as powerful as it did look when the price was just cruising up above the purple line there. And the good news is it's not like it's severely, far below it. So on Monday, with even just a minor type push, the price could, get back up above there, no problems asked. But the key thing here, and as I pointed out in yesterday's video, in the event 77 cents just continues to hold, well, that would still give the chart a base right there. Previous overall base would be down at that perspective. And if you look at each of those as stair steps would still easily be progressing in the upwards direction. So sure, this week was kind of quote unquote boring, but overall, the bulls are still building that higher base, and that's the name of the game. So we'll see if they can start to, continue on next week and get up through that red line up there, which is the current level of resistance at 93 cents. All in all, though, I'd consider it a good week. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.